G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website kangaroocourtofaustralia.com. Now, former Prime Minister Scott Morrison has announced his retirement. I think he finishes up sometime in February, and he's off to make his millions. And there's no doubt in my mind he's potentially going to leak documents, or maybe even not documents, but leak Australian government secrets for his own profit. Why do I say that? Well, he's got a history of leaking stuff, and we're going to have a look at that now. But first off, I'll just read you out a little bit of his press release, what it says where he's off to. Now, Scott Morrison issued a press release on Tuesday, the 23rd of January, 2024. And one paragraph says, Mr. Morrison said he was looking forward to new challenges and that he would be taking up a series of global strategic advisory roles and private boards focused on the US and Indo-Pacific, drawing on his experience and networks in the region, in particular through AUKUS and the Quad, while spending more time with his family in the Shire. Now, AUKUS is a huge $368 billion deal with the US and the UK, and the Quad is a diplomatic partnership between Australia, India, Japan, and the United States committed to supporting an open, stable, and prosperous Indo-Pacific that is inclusive and resilient. Now, I doubt Scott Morrison will be focusing on the Quad too much. I think he'll be focusing on AUKUS. And I say that because a number of former Liberal Party politicians have got their snout in the trough there, and it's $368 billion, probably blow out to $500 billion or even more, a trillion, who knows. But you've got people like Joe Hockey. He's got his snout in the trough, former federal treasurer, Liberal Party treasurer. And there's also Christopher Pyne, who's a former Liberal Party, I think he was defence minister at one stage. He's got his snout in the trough too with AUKUS. So given it's $368 billion, the AUKUS deal, there's an opportunity for Scott Morrison to make millions, and I have no doubt he'll do that. He'll probably try and sell the Australian government secrets. And that's a big call, saying Scott Morrison would sell government secrets. But let's have a look at an article I wrote back in 2021. On the 4th of November 2021, I published an article titled, Scott Morrison leaked a 15-page US government document to embarrass President Joe Biden. And the article starts off, Scott Morrison leaked a 15-page US government document to embarrass President Joe Biden. But the Australian media totally focused on French President Emmanuel Macron calling Scott Morrison a liar, and Morrison then leaking text messages. Given our trade and defence ties with the US are the most important we have, then the leaking of the 15-page report could likely end up being a lot more damaging than the controversy in France. The leaking of the 15-page USA government document report has only been reported by the ABC 7:30 report on Tuesday, the 2nd of November 2021. At this stage, to my knowledge, which I have also reported in the below video that I published on Wednesday, the 30th of November 2021. So you can go to that article. I'll put a link to that article below this video on YouTube, and you can go there and watch that video as well. You can see the 7:30 report reporting on the leaking of that document. And obviously it was highly potentially embarrassing to Joe Biden, but it shows that Scott Morrison will leak documents, sensitive documents, to embarrass a leader of another country. And he leaked that document because Biden, in effect, implied he had been lied to by Scott Morrison. So Scott Morrison had his staff leak that document. But that controversy was involved with the French president calling Scott Morrison a liar. So Scott Morrison leaked text messages. So he's leaking text messages, government documents, highly sensitive documents. So the question's got to be, in the private world, if he's getting paid millions of dollars, is he going to leak Australian government secrets and documents? I have no doubt he would. And I followed that 2021 article up with a 2023 article on the 27th of August, and it's titled, Scott Morrison published Australian and US government secrets regarding AUKUS. So why is Morrison not being charged? I'll put a link to that article below this video on YouTube as well. In the last few weeks, there's also been exposed that there's 78 missing cabinet documents from 2002, which Scott Morrison is responsible for, his office, and they've set up an inquiry. So you've got missing cabinet documents, you've got documents being leaked against the US president, you've got text messages being leaked against the French president, and that's all Scott Morrison's handiwork. And then he's potentially facing criminal charges out of Robodebt. You'd expect he would, but that's been covered up at this stage as well. And then there was a book that was written by a News Corp journalist, I can't remember his name offhand, and some of the information in there was potentially private government information. And I remember the Attorney General writing a letter to Scott Morrison warning him about leaking sensitive government information. So it doesn't matter how you look at it, Scott Morrison's a leaker in a bad way, sensitive government documents. He's not safe. If overseas private companies have got Scott Morrison on the payroll, paying him millions, would he hesitate to leak confidential Australian secrets for his own financial benefit? Of course he would. And that's something the Australian government should be very concerned about, and so should the Australian public. Now, it sounds like it'll be a month or more before we know exactly who Scott Morrison is working for. Maybe it'll be 6 months, who knows? But I'll keep on following it up. In Kangaroo Court of Australia's independent media, I publish a website and a YouTube channel, and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself. And I currently have 342 supporters donating $2,357 a month. And I need to almost double that to become financially viable. So if you could support that, that'd be great. And you can donate any amount, $3, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50 a month, whatever suits your budget. And the link for the Patreon account is below this video on YouTube and also on my website. And please share this video on social media. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.